Are you interested in breaking immigration news? Then you are in the right place. I'm immigration attorney Ali Subhan, recipient of the Best Immigration Lawyer Award and Legal Innovator Award. In this video, you're going to learn about the 4 executive orders that President Trump recently signed into law and how the orders affect you. So let's get started. And make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. We're going to be publishing new videos every week. Ring the bell so you get notifications every time we release a new video. And make sure to watch this video through to the end because I will be sharing a lot of helpful information, including whether or not accepting unemployment benefits will hurt your chances for a green card and/or citizenship. Now, the reason why President Trump issued these 4 executive orders is because Congress did not reach an agreement on passing a second stimulus bill before its August recess. President Trump's orders focus on 4 areas of relief, including student loan relief, mortgage and rent relief for homeowners and renters, payroll tax relief, and unemployment benefits. Now, the first executive order signed by President Trump on August 8, 2020, addresses student loan payment relief. This order provides immediate relief for tens of millions of student loan borrowers. From now and through the end of 2020, students with federal loans will be eligible to have all their loans in deferment. That means that you do not have to pay your student loan and no interest will accrue if you choose deferment. If you choose to pay your student loan, then all the monies paid now and throughout the end of the year will go towards principal. Did you know that legal permanent residents, also known as green card holders, refugees, asylees, and those holding T non-immigrant status or VAWA status are eligible for federal student loans? That's right, they are. This executive order helps all those immigrants who have student loans. Now, the second executive order signed by President Trump addresses rent and mortgage payment relief for renters and homeowners. This order directs the Secretary of Health and Human Services and the Director of the CDC to consider measures to stop evictions if necessary. In addition, the order directs the Secretary of the Treasury and the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development, also known as HUD, to identify available federal funds to provide temporary financial assistance to renters and homeowners in need. Also, the order directs the Secretary of HUD and the Director of the Federal Housing Finance Agency to review all applicable policies and law that may be used to prevent evictions and foreclosures for renters and homeowners who are suffering hardships. Now, this order's helpfulness and effectiveness will be based on the steps taken by each of the government agencies under this directive. Now, the third executive order addresses deferring payroll taxes for employees. A deferral means that the tax is postponed and will be due at a later time. The order defers the payroll tax from September 1st, 2020 through December 31st, 2020 for any employee whose wages or compensation is less than $4,000 in biweekly pay or $104,000 per year. During the deferment or postponement, you will not receive any penalties, interest, or additional amounts added to the payroll tax. Also, the order directs the Secretary of the Treasury to review options to have the payroll tax forgiven, which means that your obligation to pay any payroll taxes under the order would be eliminated. However, to be safe, you need to make sure that you will be able to pay your payroll taxes after the deferment period if you or your employer elects to defer your payroll taxes. Now, the fourth executive order addresses unemployment benefits. The order states that the federal government shall allocate $44 billion from the Disaster Relief Fund for unemployment benefits. In addition, the order states that the federal government, along with the states, shall provide up to $400 in weekly unemployment benefits for those that are eligible starting from August 1st, 2020 through December 6, 2020, or when the Disaster Relief Fund contains at least $25 billion in funds whichever occurs first. Now, this order is subject to each state making an agreement with the federal government, where the federal government will directly pay for 75% of the cost associated with this program, and state governments will be responsible for the remaining 25% cost. A question that we have received quite often over the past few months is whether or not receiving unemployment benefits is considered a public charge. The answer is it depends on your status and how long you receive the benefit. In general, unemployment benefits are earned benefits and paid by your employer into a state unemployment insurance fund, and when you lose your job, you essentially paid into that fund and you are entitled to your earned benefit, which is the unemployment pay. Now, if you are a green card holder, you can receive unemployment benefits throughout the entire time you maintain status, and there should be no negative effect to a future citizenship application. However, let's say you are under either E1, E2, E3, H1B, L1, O1, or TN status, and your employment is terminated. Well, now you have a 60-day grace period, or up until your authorized period of stay, whichever is shorter. Let's say you have the full 60 days. Then you may be able to accept unemployment benefits for those 60 days, but not beyond. Therefore, you should always consult with an immigration attorney before making a claim and accepting unemployment benefits to ensure that you are eligible to do so. I hope you found this information helpful. If so, please like and comment below. I'm really interested to know your thoughts. What do you think about the president's executive orders? Do you think that Congress will reach an agreement on a second stimulus bill? Let me know your thoughts below. Like and comment. And also, please make sure to subscribe to this channel to get access to more helpful immigration tips and solutions. Ring that notification bell so you get notified every time we release a new video. Check out our other videos and stay tuned for more breaking immigration news.